This video that I'm making is not for you, man. If you want to scroll away right now, you can. I'm not making this video to make anyone see my video. I'm making this video to talk to the younger version of myself. The younger version who was, if I talk about my younger version, let's suppose 15 or 14, I was so ambitious at that time. I was very ambitious. I was the most ambitious person in my whole family. My parents, they are from middle class, so they're not, they're not business minded, so, and they don't want to make that much money. They only want to do like 9 to 5 jobs. My brother, he's like younger than me, so he doesn't know much about it. And my other family mates, my other family members, they're not even very ambitious. I was the most ambitious person in my family. And I started YouTube. Not this YouTube channel because I'm posting consistently on this YouTube channel, but the other one. I also started another YouTube channel back in my native language. I was very ambitious. I was extra ambitious. There's a book. What was that sound? Sorry about that sound. There's a book called Advice for Extra Ambitious. That's me, man. I'm extra ambitious. I really want to make myself happy. I'm not saying like I wanted to make, because it's the same thing about right now to in present. I want to make myself happy. I want to make my people around me, not even my loved ones, just not my loved ones, my friends, the school teachers that I had. There's a thing that people forget. They're school teachers. I don't know why is that, because you're just one uncomfortable conversation away, that just go to them and they will not feel bad that you didn't talk to them for 1 or maybe 10 years or 15 years or 10 years or 5 years. They will not feel bad about that. But I want to make everyone happy. I want to make myself happy. I want to make my soul happy. I want to make the people who watch me, I want to make them happy. So this video I'm giving you the advice from a 22-year-old. I'm going to be turning 23 this September. I'm not going to tell you the date, otherwise, I'm very famous. I have fucking lots of subscribers, and you might start sending me gifts. I'm kidding, I want that. But I'm 22 and I don't have my own house. I live in an apartment, and I call myself a loser. Even though I get a lot of comments on my Instagram, my TikTok, my Twitter, my YouTube shorts, that you're smart, you're wise, or you're this. Let me tell you something about wise. The person who's saying me that you're wise, he can be wise too. What's he lacking? He just hasn't been through those situations. He just hasn't been through the pain. And there's one thing about wisdom. Wisdom is the other side of pain. If you want to reach heaven, you have to make your roots go into hell. If you want to be wisdom, because people think wisdom is, it's very good to have some wisdom. I'm so smart, I'm so intelligent, I'll be like, knowing what to do in every situation. How do you think you would know it? You're just a human, man. You landed on this world with no prior experience. So how would you know you would have experience of everything? If you have been doing everything, that makes logical sense, right? If you have been doing everything, and if you have been, making yourself uncomfortable, and if you have been leaving your comfort zone in every situation, and you put yourself in every difficult situation possible, not every, but most the difficult situations that will grow you, and you seek the experiences, and you seek the journey, not the destination, you will be wisdom. You will be having wisdom. You will be wise. But you have to go through that pain, because some situations are not reversible. Some situations are irreversible. If you go through some situations, you can't change the pain that those situations do. And if you're ready to go through that path, And if you're ready to put yourself in uncomfortable situations which will grow you, not just uncomfortable situation, because if you fucking jump off this balcony right now, that's also uncomfortable. You don't want to do that. Your body doesn't want to do that, and you will be very uncomfortable when doing it. You don't want to do that, right? It's not gonna grow you. You're gonna fucking die. Motherfucker's gonna be look at you and gonna be like, fucking motherfucker didn't even make any money for his parents and fucking died. You don't want to do that. But some situations which you know will grow you, and if you put yourself in those situations, you will be wise. It's not very difficult to get wise, man. It's just you have to go through that pain. And some people can grow themselves and grow their mind in that pain. But some people, I would not say those people are weak minded people, because I was also once a weak minded individual. And I started reading books, I started consuming good content. I would not say that they are weak minded, but it's just that they don't have the right company. It's all about company. There's a very famous quote. They say, your average of 5 people that you live with. That's so true. If you're a middle class individual, and if you don't have rich friends, and if you want to make lots of money, which I haven't, so you're free to not take my advice. But I'm older than you, and I have been through more experiences than you. Whenever I say this, I feel like I'm bragging some way. I'm bragging that I'm older than you, I have more experiences than you. I'm not bragging, man. I'm not giving you advice because I'm smarter than you. I'm only giving you advice because I've made more mistakes than you. So if you consider my advice, let me tell you something. The more you put yourself in uncomfortable situations, the more you will be growing. And you will be growing. You know how? You won't be growing linearly like this. Once there will be a time. Firstly, your growth will be very slow. And after that, it's gonna be skyrocketed. That's how growth occurs. And if you don't have rich friends to make your mindset stronger, guess what you can do? In this digital era of 2026 or 2027, or maybe, I don't know when you're watching this video. Right now I'm recording in 2026. If you don't have good company of rich friends, what you can do is accompany your mind with rich content, with the content that you want to be look like, the person that you want to become. Find an individual who also has those moral values as same as you, because there could be a businessman who can teach you all about business, and you can learn all about business from him. But guess what? If your moral values don't align to him, and you start taking his advice, guess what's going to happen to you? He's going to start to influence your moral values as well. He's going to start to influence your ethical values as well. And you don't want that. You want to be what's the word I'm looking for? You want to be grabbing all the positive traits from everyone, because the more positive traits you have, the more you can contribute to human society, and more you can contribute to human beneficence. And you want to be leaving all the negative traits. I told you in the video that it's going to be a yapping session, but if you consider my advice, I really wish that I was 16 or 14 or 15 with the same mind, with the same brain that I have right now. I'd be so freaking happy. I always used to think that people who judge me, they are much superior than me. I always used to think, because I'm from India, right? I always used to think that white people are more superior than me. The Western people and rich people are more superior than me. That's just the mentality that I had. But when I came to this country, I made white friends, and I got to know, and my inner child got to know that, oh my god, okay, I'm having conversation with white people. I used to take pictures with them, and I used to send it to my family group. I used to send it to my, I used to post on Instagram, which I have now archived, but I used to send that to most of my friends as well back in India. And guess what happened? We have this mentality shift that white people or different people who are not Indians, they are superior than us. But when I was talking to them, and when I was having not just short conversations but long conversations with them, when I started to know them, when I started to know that they're also humans, they also have the same experiences, even though we have different cultures, even though we have different skins, even though we have different experiences, we're still humans. And as a human, no one is superior than you, or no one is inferior than you. That's why I did not use weak-minded people in the previous time when I was talking about. I didn't use that because no one in this world is superior or inferior. We are all equal. What else I want to say to my younger self? I was doing fitness right from the starting, so I don't have any complaints about that. The main complaint that I have to myself is that I used to keep people over my head. I used to not talk to, or I used to not, talk on the first time when people used to bully me. When I used to have scratches on my arms, when I used to have, freaking pain, or when I used to have scratches on my heart because the words that people used to say, and I didn't used to have any comeback. I used to keep that in my heart. If you're in the same situation like me, the thing I want to tell you is, people are always gonna step over you if you let them. You might have heard this advice a lot of time, but let me tell you something. That is so true. If you tell people that I'm not capable of, taking my own stand, or I can't take any stand for myself, they're also humans. They also want to exploit people, because we as humans are fucked up. We have our positive traits, but we also have some dark traits that we never tell to anybody. We as humans, we like exploiting. Give me 1 second. We as humans, we find pleasure exploiting other people who are weaker than us. If someone is stronger than you, you will not bully him. But the people who bully people, they will not bully him, because they know that the reward that we get is lesser than the risk of him fighting back. But people who don't fight back, it could be you, it was me, man. I'm not saying it's just you. But the people who don't fight back, they get reward from it. They get that dopamine hit from it, because they are sadist. That's what they have seen from their childhood. That's what they have seen from their, while they're growing up. That's what I'm saying. There's very less hope for positivity and future of humanity. Humans are by nature very exploitive. We want to be taking exploitation of every other being. I'm not saying to be negative, this is not a negative video, but you have to see the dark side of humanity as well. You have to see the dark side of feminine and masculine traits as well. You want to be seeing everything. That's why you will know how world works and how human behavior works. I didn't have this knowledge, that's why I was going through that. And once I learned my lesson, the life stops throwing lesson at me. Once you start and once you understand the lesson, life will stop throwing that lesson at you. But I want to conclude this video that the only regret I have is not putting myself in more uncomfortable fucking shit, bro. The only regret I have is not putting myself in uncomfortable positions or uncomfortable situations. The more uncomfortable situations that you have been through, the more wise you will be, because the more experiences you will be having, the more right kind of people you will find. Because most of the people, you know what they do? Most of the people, they run away from uncomfortable situations. So the people that you find in uncomfortable situations, or different situations or very hard situations, firstly, they will be having good integrity in themselves. Secondly, they don't fear uncomfortable situations. Thirdly, they will be having strong character as well. And those people, if they become your friend, are more likely to be as your friend in future, because most of the people, they're not even friends. And let's even talk about friends. If you talk about friends, if you just have even a good friend, I used to hear this from my parents all the time, that fear that friends are very fake, friends are very fake, friends are very fake. You know what I used to think? I used to think that, is my mic working? Yes. I used to think that my parents don't know anything. Maybe if their friend have, if they don't have good friends, why are they saying to my friends? My friends are very good. My friends love me. We play every day. What else? We are having fun. What else? What else do we need? I was so stupid, man. My parents, most of parents, most of the time they're right. Most of the time they're not even right, but in sometimes they're right. And they were right at that moment too. Most of even if you find like one real friend, that's a fucking lot, man. You won a fucking lottery. You're the luckiest man alive. One real friend is a lot. One friend. I heard this on the internet. You have to be having friends who won't snitch you for $1 billion and 1,000 women. Who won't snitch you for $1 billion. You know how much is $1 billion? I didn't say million. I didn't say 100 million. I didn't say 500 million. I said $1 billion. That's what I'm saying. It's so rare. You have to be finding friends who won't snitch you for $1 billion and 1,000 women. 1,000 women, that's the law of pretty woman, isn't it? And I'm saying pretty woman, I'm not saying ugly woman. Even finding one real friend is rare these days. Now you might be thinking all the friends that you have. You might be going through each and every of those friends. Each and every of your friends. Is this the friend that would snitch me for $1 billion? Is this the friend who won't snitch me on 1,000 women? And if you just have, even if you have like one friend who won't do both those things, you're lucky, man. But if you don't, you can't do anything. I can't blame you. I'm not blaming you. You're not alone in this. I'm not saying you that this video is going to be a negative video. This is a reminder. This is a reality check. This is how the world operates. I'm not saying that I'm a very old man and I have all the experiences and I have all the fucking wisdom from all the world. I haven't seen the world yet. But what I've seen in these 7 to 8 years, involving people, noticing patterns, seeing how people operate, seeing how human behavior operates, this is my advice. And if you found anything useful in this, comment down below. And if you have anything extra that you want to be adding to this video, and if you want me making a video on any other topic, comment down below. And there's a life-changing thing in the description below. That's my ebook. If you want to check that out as well. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow, man.